morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is a vlog day. It is the first day of our homeschool break for April. We have been doing a 6 weeks on, 1 week off schedule since we came back from our long winter break in January. And we are actually just about done with homeschool for the year. Technically, we were supposed to be done on the 6th, but all of my kids have a little bit of math left to do, and Emma has her biology dissections that she has to finish. But today is going to be just kind of a reset day. Yesterday was Easter. It was Easter weekend, and so it was a little bit out of the norm of what I typically will do on a weekend to get ready for the week. Pretty much I didn't do anything to get ready for this week. So I do have some weekly planning that I want to do in my Erin Condren vertical planner. On my last weekly plan with me, I talked about how I'm kind of switching up my weekly planning system, and I started doing that in March, and it has been working really well. And we're going to be seeing the new Erin Condren planners come out soon. I can't wait to share those with you. I don't have anything yet, but I am looking forward to sharing those with you. But I have written out my plan for today, which you can't see because of the sun. It's mainly going to be a lot of projects and me just getting ready for the week. I do have some cleaning stuff, just general tidying that I have to do before I can get to my projects. My big projects this week are supposed to be spring cleaning. Emma is quite sick. Jack is just getting over being sick. I am not feeling 100%, so I'm not sure how much we will actually get through this week. But right now it is 9 o'clock. I'm way behind. I wanted to start my projects at 9, but the kids just got up and we had our Monday meeting, my expectations for the week. I have these Monday meetings every week during our year. Typically we go over homeschool stuff, but this week I went over my expectations for them for helping me. It's going to be a little bit different than our break in February because of the sickness, but I am still hopeful that we will get a lot of stuff done. I need to go take care of the chickens. I need to get dressed. I probably should have some more coffee because I'm kind of just like not totally awake. I woke up at 6:30 this morning and yeah. I didn't post a video today. Part of that was because I just didn't have time to put anything up over the weekend, and I really need to sit down and flesh out what I want to accomplish this week. Although I'm a little worried to put anything on paper because I am worried that I'm going to get sick and it's going to throw my entire week off. So right now I'm going to get dressed and get the chickens ready and then get started. Okay, it is, what time is it? It's 10 of 11 right now. And my project block was supposed to start at 9, but it didn't. I got the chickens out, well, the kids did the chickens, and I was making breakfast because my kids are not really wanting to eat much right at the moment. I just spent some time working on my weekly plan, which I typically do on Sundays, but I just filmed that for a weekly plan with me, trying to get all of my thoughts down. I thought we were going to be doing a lot more outside of the house this week, going to the greenhouse and maybe to the beach, and it's still very cold here in Maine. But once it hits like 65 degrees, to go walk at the beach is nice. I thought about maybe going for a couple of hikes, but because everybody's under the weather, I don't want to plan any of that, even though this week is supposed to be so beautiful. So I tried to rein in my expectations for this week. When I had our week off in February, I had a very long list of things to do. I did accomplish the majority of those things, but there were a few things that I just pushed off into March. So I'm not sure how much I will get through this week. I'm feeling good today, so I'm hoping that I can at least get the house tidied, get the floors washed, start working on some of the bigger cleaning tasks that I have. We will see how it goes. Emma feels absolutely miserable, but because the sun is out and she runs every single day typically, she's going to go out for a walk and try and get some vitamin D. And I've got to give her an allergy pill that might help her. I think she has like a combination of allergy issues as well as having a cold, so I think the allergies are exacerbating it. I am going to try and get the floors in the kitchen and dining room all cleaned up so that I can start mopping them or washing them. Pretty much everything from breakfast is cleaned up. I do want to put away the dishes and get that stuff done. Lucy is laying down. She says she's extremely tired. I think that might be a result of the amount of candy that she ate yesterday, which was excessive and hidden from Matt and I. That is what I'm working on right now. I'm happy to have the planning stuff done. It needed to be done anyways, just so that I can have a good idea of what needs to be done this week. And I also, reining in my expectations was also helpful. And sometimes when I do my weekly planning, it really does help me to prioritize what are the most important things, because when I do my brain dump on Sunday, typically I will just write down all of the things that I want to do, but there is rarely a week where I'm able to do all of those things. So I'm going to work in the kitchen right now. I am also really hungry, so I'm probably going to make myself some scrambled eggs. And then I will have to figure out what to give the kids for lunch because they didn't really eat breakfast. And then it's going to be my afternoon block of time for projects. So, I have to be realistic with my time, and sometimes things move a little bit slower than I would like. Yes, but I'd like to get the kitchen done and then finish getting my office cleaned out. It is 11:45 and I have gotten the kitchen cleaned up and the tables cleaned off. I just made myself sort of a salad. There's no lettuce in it. It's just red pepper, cucumber, some onion, some salmon, chia seeds, that kind of stuff. So I need to go to the grocery store. I'm going to sit and eat for a little bit, and then I am hopefully going to vacuum and wash the floors. I have to make the kids food in between there. I'm not sure what I'm going to make for lunch. I should have made bread this morning, but I didn't, so I might put bread to rise for this afternoon and have it for dinner. Although if I'm going to make quiche, I don't need to make bread. Maybe I'll wait until tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm probably just going to make something easy like pasta salad and some veggies for lunch because, again, I need to go to the grocery store. I don't even have bread for sandwiches. So that's where we are at right now. It's been a good day so far. Obviously, it's more of just a reset day, just trying to get through, cleaning up things so that I'm prepared to do some of the bigger projects later in the week. This afternoon, I hope to go through and just declutter some more, getting rid of some more just junk that we don't need. I do want to go through the game closet again because all of Lucy's art supplies are just kind of shoved in there at the moment. So yes, but right now I'm going to eat because I'm quite hungry. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. I've just given the kids lunch. I just made mac and cheese, box mac and cheese, and I've been on email with my lovely tech person trying to figure out a bunch of back-end stuff for my website, which is always fun, and my website never behaves. And honestly, I think it's because it's just so old and I have moved it around and updated it and changed so many things over the past 12 years, I guess, 12, 13 years. So she just loves it when I email her, I'm sure. Lunch is done. I'm done with that work piece, which was not part of my plan for today, but needed to get done anyways. And so I think that once the kids finish eating, I will start working on the floors in the kitchen, and then I'm probably going to start looking at my goals. And I also want to share with you, actually, I will grab it. Cultivate What Matters just sent me this new gratitude journal in the mail. I think I got it last week, and so I want to share it with you. And actually, I think I'm going to turn the camera around right now and share it with you. Okay, so this is the gratitude journal, and it is like that linen cover. It isn't a coil, it's bound, and it has, what is this? Arches, I think, is what that design was for the power sheets this year. It's very, very pretty. It says gratitude journal, seeing and naming the good this journal belongs to. And then there is a welcome letter from Team Cultivate, how to make gratitude journaling a habit, some different ideas, and then it starts with the prompt. This is in my community, seeing and naming the good I'm grateful for. And then you move into the gratitude pages, and it's undated, and there is a place to put what the date is, you know, Sunday, Monday, whatever I'm grateful for, and a memory. And so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it has 2 weeks of these I am grateful for sections, and then it has some extra prompts. The seeing and naming the good. Is that what it said? Yes. So seeing and naming the good in my community, seeing and naming the good throughout the day, and then take a few extra moments to check in on what sparks your joy as you move through your day. Don't wait for a special day, just any day, early morning, mid-morning, midday, afternoon, evening, and bedtime. And then you have a blank page, just with any day can be a fresh start, and then a dot grid page. So you could do all kinds of different journaling here. And then you move into your next 2-week spread of I am grateful for pages, I guess. And then seeing and naming the good in my family, I'm grateful for. Same with the blank page, it's green here. And I guess, I'm not sure if this other page, yes, I guess this is like a really light peachy color. I can't really tell in the daylight from my window at the moment. And then green, so a green blank page, more dot grid, and then you move into the I'm grateful for sections again. And so every 2 weeks you will have a new little prompt for seeing and naming the good, which I think is really nice. And you also do have this little mustard color ribbon to mark your spot. I'm really excited about this little journal. I thought that it would be something that I would like to incorporate into my legacy goal, which I've talked about a little bit. If you've seen any of my goals videos lately, you will know that I have struggled with how to implement what I'm looking for in that legacy goal, what types of habits I want to incorporate, all of that kind of stuff. I do have a general list, and I have been considering it over the first quarter. And honestly, I considered legacy a lot during 2022 as well. I didn't make it very far, but I think that just having a list of things to work through, perhaps like a morning basket, like a mother's morning basket, where I'm looping through things, you know, each day, not necessarily doing all of the things, but making a little bit of progress, similar to how you loop a homeschool schedule. You have a block of time and a specific number of resources, and you just start moving through those resources one at a time. And then when your time is up for that day, you put everything away and you start where you stopped the previous day on the next day. So I really like that it has, you know, 2 weeks of these I'm grateful for sections, and then it has a little bit of a deeper thought, seeing and naming the good. And there's a different category for each of these. I'm not entirely sure how many spreads there are. I guess I could count them. I will count them so you know. So it has 15 of these 2-week spreads, so 30 weeks of gratitude, daily gratitude spots, as well as 15 or maybe 16 of these seeing and naming the good sections. I didn't count these. I think it must be 16 or maybe 17. I'm not sure. I probably should have counted those too. Seeing and naming the good, this is your last section, and then it says, you are growing good things. When you look back on the season, what have you learned about gratitude about yourself? How has your practice impacted the people around you? What have been the biggest benefits you've seen of practicing gratitude? What are you most grateful for from this season? It's a season reflection, and then 5 lined pages where you can journal a little bit more. And so that is the new gratitude journal from Cultivate What Matters. So I was really excited to get that in the mail and share it with you. I really like it. I like how it has 2 weeks of daily gratitude and then a little bit of a deeper dive, and that's mainly because I love journaling so much, and having some prompts I think is very helpful, especially when I'm trying to do focused journaling instead of just brain dump journaling or, get all of my feelings out journaling, which those also have a time and a place as well. So I think I'm probably going to use that. I'm going to put it in with my legacy goal. And when I was just going through that, I never really thought about looping the things that I want to do with my legacy goal, because they're very specific things: writing letters to my kids, doing my line a day journal, taking pictures and sorting pictures and compiling that kind of information, as well as finding stories from my mom and recording those and just getting all of that stuff down on paper. So looping that is probably the best way to do that, because I think what was happening is I would look at all of those things that I want to do, and instead of doing any of them, it was so overwhelming, because I thought, in my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to do all of these things at one point in the day so that it becomes a daily habit. But I think that looping it and maybe just taking, 20 or 30 minutes out of the day where I pull out my legacy basket, similar to a morning basket, and just work through the resources, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm really excited now. See, filming these videos is super helpful to me, because I always think of things that I want to do, or new ideas, or new ways to work on stuff. So now I'm going to get the lunch stuff cleaned up and then start vacuuming and washing my floors. Okay, so let's check in with how things are going. I've done the laundry, I washed the floors, I have my grocery list. I did not go to the grocery store, but I have a list. I've done the weekly planning. I have done most of my dailies. I haven't done my office desk yet. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to my budget check-in today. I should have been better about thinking how long it was going to take me this morning to prep the week, because it did take me quite a while this morning. Also because the kids slept in, so I was making breakfast later, and then my day just got away from me. So now I am going to be working on my goals check-in, homeschool check-in. I'll print out my end of year questions. I don't know how far I will get in this, and I'm hoping that I can also do my sunlight order this afternoon. I am not going to be recording my end of year questions or my homeschool update today. When I did my weekly plan with me, I realized I wasn't going to have time to do this. So I put these on the schedule for tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow morning I will take the time to work on those things. So that's where we are at right now. I have all of my chairs behind me from the kitchen from washing the floors. So I'm going to sit down and work on my goals progress. I'm not actually going to be writing out goals or anything like that. I'm just going to check off the things that I've done and revisit some of the action plans that I have set up for this quarter and see if there are things that I'm going to be able to work on this week. I'm thinking there are not going to be things, but the rest of what I want to work on today is more thinking stuff so I can sit down. I'm hopefully going to sit outside with the kids. Everybody's outside enjoying the sun right now. It's like 61 degrees out, so that's wonderful. Getting some vitamin D, hopefully getting over all of these colds. So I'm just going to grab my notebooks and a couple of printables that I have and work outside, and then maybe do my sunlight order outside as well. Although it's a little bit harder to do that on the computer outside. Yeah, but it's been a good day. I'm really tired. I kind of want an iced coffee, but it's 2:30, and so if I make myself an iced coffee right now, I have a feeling I will be up very late, but I think I'm going to make myself an iced coffee anyways. Okay, it's about 20 past 3. I can't remember when I checked in last time. I just placed my sunlight order, so I'm really happy about that. Of course, the instructor's guides that I really need, which are level 100 and level 300, well, 120 and 320, the history side of those levels are back ordered. And the level 100 I don't think is going to be available until the middle of June is when it's expected. So that is going to be something different, because the level 100 is what I'm planning on having Jack use next year for history, which is US history, and they have a new spine in level 100. We have used the Joy Hakeem books for Emma, which I love those. There's a lot of notes and discussion with those books, but I was really excited to see that there is this new spine. I think it'll be a lot more manageable for Jack, because the Joy Hakeem books, it's a lot of history, and I think there's 10 of those books plus all of the historical literature that goes with it, and so it's quite extensive. It's a big jump up from level G and H, which is typically what we do before level 100. So I'm a little concerned about starting that, because we start our new homeschool year in July, and I know that I can download the first 3 weeks online and print those out, which is probably what I'm going to have to do, just so that I can read through the notes and make sure that I have wrapped my head around the new content, because I know the old content. That's one of the things that's really nice about reusing curriculum year after year, is that I don't have to do as much prep work for the resources we've already used, because I already know the high points. I already know the points that I want to make sure I'm discussing with the kids. So anyways, the level 300, I think that is back ordered until the end of April, so not as bad, but yeah. So I've ordered the sunlight stuff. I'm happy about that. I was kind of hoping that I would have everything in a couple of weeks, and that just didn't happen, but you know, it is what it is. So now I'm going to sit down and work on my homeschool questions. These are my end of year wrap-up questions that I do every year, and kind of work on those a little bit. Jack is outside and enjoying the sun. I might go sit outside too. It's a little windy though, but if I get a clipboard, it probably won't be too bad. I did make myself a latte, so I may be regretting that tonight, but it's really good. It's definitely hitting the spot. I just do one of the double espresso pods from Nespresso, and then put some milk in, and there you go. So yeah, that is where we are at for the time being. Okay guys, so it is after 4 now, and it's a beautiful afternoon. I have been outside a little bit, and it's really nice. It's a little windy. I'm trying to do some writing and paperwork and stuff like that, it's a little bit harder to do outside when it's windy. But I also have to start getting dinner ready, which is going to be quiche. I'm going to make like a ham and cheese quiche or a frittata. I have to see if I have a pie crust because I'm not ready to make a pie crust tonight for a quiche. And actually, we're a 2 quiche family now instead of a 1 quiche family, but I think I only have enough cheese for 1. So we'll see how that goes. Right now I'm just going through my action plans for Q2 with my goals and trying to figure out if there are any things on this list that I can focus on this week. And I'm kind of up in the air. I'm just kind of refreshing my mind to see what I have on my list, comparing that to what I have on April. I've done quite a bit of the April monthly projects right now, so I'm really happy about that. Getting things like my end of year wrap up questions done, as well as making sure that I have like an end of year evaluation. Well, not evaluation, not actually doing that, but compiling all of that information so that when I do my teacher review, it's all ready. All of that stuff I'm trying to get done in April, and I've made some good progress. I wasn't quite sure how I was doing, but after I worked on my wrap up questions, I realized that I've done quite a bit of what I need to, so I'm happy about that. And I did place my sunlight order earlier, so that's good. But I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog here today. I just have to make dinner, and then this evening we'll probably just be having some relaxing time. I do have a little bit of laundry left to put away, and you know, Emma I think is resting in the basement, and Jack is just kind of resting. They both have really bad coughs, so I don't really foresee us doing anything too much this evening. Maybe go for a walk because it's nice, but so that's where I'm going to leave off today. I hope that you enjoyed this little peek into one of my vacation vlog days. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I usually have a really long list when I'm going into these vacation weeks to just hustle and get everything done. So that's where I'm going to leave off, and I hope that it was enjoyable for you to kind of come along with me and see what I'm doing during one of my vacation week vlogs. It's not a vacation, it is a vacation from homeschooling. So trying to get all the things done that I put off while we are homeschooling, and especially this past 6-week period, we've really been focusing on getting as much done as possible. But I'm feeling really good about our year, and even though there were some things that didn't quite go as I had hoped, it's okay to have those challenging years, and you just kind of make adjustments and move on, which is what we are planning on doing. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.